Riding along in my automobile, my baby beside me at the wheel. I stole a kiss at the turn of a mile, my curiosity running wild. Cruising and playing the radio, with no particular place to go. Riding along in my automobile, I was anxious to tell her the way I feel. So I told her softly and sincere, and she leaned and whispered in my ear, cuddling more and driving slow, with no particular place to go. Particular place to go. So we parked way out on the Kokomo. The night was young and the moon was gold, so we both decided to take a stroll. Can you imagine the way I felt? I couldn't unfasten a safety belt, riding along in my calaboose, still trying to get her belt to loose. All the way home I held a grudge for the safety belt that wouldn't budge. Cruising and playing the radio, with no particular place to go.
Good evening. Hello, Bo. Thanks for the bits. Making my face massive. How the hell are you doing? Now, I was trying to mess around with the camera today. Don't know what it's going to be like. Still a bit shit. See, it's doing that again. I don't know why. But we're not here for that anyway. We're here for racing. I'm practicing, actually, until 8 PM. Oh yeah, Race Lab. That's the thing I'm supposed to do, isn't it? Whoa. Not sure? Whoa. Whoa. Yeah, Race Lab. Alright, we're just doing Chuck Berry. Fuck this.
Well, I'm gonna write a little letter, I'm gonna mail it to my local DJ.
Hello, TXT.
Yeah, it's a jumping little record I want my jockey to play.
Hello.
Roll over Beethoven, I gotta hear it again.
Alright, listen. You can't hear me because Chuck Berry was on loud. I'm trying to activate Race Lab. I'm trying. Good to see you though. TXT, everybody. The champion in waiting, you know what I'm saying?
I got the rockin' pneumonia. I need a shot of rhythm and blues. I caught the rolling off the rider sitting down
Right.
at a rhythm review. I roll over Beethoven, they're rocking in 2 by 2.
Will it just work now? Here's the thing, Bo. I'm not used to using this fucking thing. Will it be on screen now? Open. No. Is this where Mercedes destroys everyone? No, I don't think so. Not in this tier. No, you must have it. You must have it confused. Well, I don't know. It seems to me like it might be just turned on now, to be honest with you. It will never work the way Bo describes. That's not true. Not sure. You talk a good game, not sure. You know what I'm saying? Talk a good game. I don't know what you're asking. Yeah, I don't know what I'm asking. I've opened Race Lab, okay? And I've opened the overlay. Now, last time, when I did that, I had an overlay. Right now... Oh, there. Oh, yeah. Oh, wait. Oh, you guys can't see it, though. Ta-da. I did it. I worked it out. I can see it. Wait, I can see it fucking twice. Why can I see it twice? See what I mean? Well, no, you don't see what I mean, but why is that happening? Yeah, right. For fuck's sake. You can see it up there, okay? Yeah, we're just doing a testing stream. It's fine. Listen, we're racing in Belgium tonight, and I'm very excited about it. I like Belgium a lot. I don't know if I'm going to be very quick there. I'll tell you one thing for fucking nothing. I'm not going to be as quick as TXT. I already know that. Why have I got this thing twice? Does it? I fixed it. I fixed it. Kelton, you're a genius. I know. Thanks for saying that. Right, let me actually... Oh yeah, this is a crazy setup. I'm going to save this one though, because I've actually had... I think this might be right. Anyway. Turn all that off, because we're going to do desktop audio, because it's really the only way to capture this game's audio properly. You have zero useful input. Well, that's okay. You're not really, you know what I mean? I haven't contracted you as a chatter for useful input, so don't worry about that. Where's my... Right. What a great fucking start that is. Ladies and gentlemen. Better. Maybe use a setup with no... I do have a setup with no rear, actually. That is why I'm running, because we're at Spa-Francorchamps. Yeah, good call. Controller is not helping. What are you talking about? Like, not it. Well, it's the only way I'm playing the game, so. Good evening, Xantar. Thank you. My worst ever crash came here. I'll try and find the clip. Okay. Oof, that curve is scary, man, because you actually ride it, you just bottom out. Well, not the cleanest lap you've ever seen in your life, but also not terrible for like first lap on. You gotta permit me? Oh, okay. 1 second. Whoa! Swing it round the bus stop. Alright, well, that's that lap ruined anyway. Oh no, I think stream might die, man. What the hell is wrong with all this? I don't know. Well, we'll have commentary anyway if it does. Oh, pre-mit. We foxed him. We outfoxed him. XCOM modding community feels like a rabbit hole. Oh, it really is, yeah. Honestly, bro, this might break the stream. My computer is having a hard fucking time right now for for some reason. So I apologize in advance if this breaks the stream. I don't know why it's having a hard time. See what I mean? I don't even know if I can watch this. What has happened here?
Yellow flag. Yellow flag.
Something gonna explode?
It's quicker the other way up.
Alright, look, you know what, Bo? Great clip, man. I can't watch it right now. I'm sorry about that. I don't know what it is. Is it just Race Lab? What the fuck does Race Lab do? What the actual fuck does Race Lab do? Anyone aware of that? Not even there now. Oh, yeah, there is. Might be Race Lab? Yeah, maybe, but like, what? Really? What the hell could it be doing? Just couldn't straighten the car out. Yeah, hold on. Let me just close Race Lab a minute because that seems weird. And it also feels like there was maybe a little bit of like input lag happening there. Yeah, F1 did look good. You're right about that. Honestly, everything already seems to be way smoother. Well, what's wrong with Race Labs then? This can't be that fucking complicated to run. You know what I mean? You really have to avoid that curve. I don't know how I got away with that. It has some always on top features with its overlays. Maybe it gets all fucky with OBS. Yeah, it was like fucking something. Something was causing a problem, and that something was Race Lab. Which is kind of hilarious when you consider all it should really be doing is providing a visual representation of things that are happening anyway. You know, irrespective of it. So, I'm all out of whack now, right? I need to actually get some laps in here because we're only about 15 minutes away from the lobby opening. And Spa is very, very long. And so we won't get a chance to put too many laps in. 142.1 is all right. Not bad. That's my best, by the way. And I'm pretty sure that just means I'm not going to be fast enough for a pole position today. We're not going to see a repeat of Abu Dhabi. Way too early on the brakes. Look at that. Hilarious. It can be hard to get the braking zone exactly right here, though. I don't know about you, Bo, driving the GT cars and stuff, but, you know, obviously my braking zone in these, well, braking point is going to be different. But it's never, just at Spa, this lap's already invalidated, you guys. At Spa, it's never like, never seems to be on a meter board or something, you know? It's always just like in the fucking middle of nowhere is where you should actually press the brake. That is one of the craziest corners I've ever seen in my life. And this car takes it flat out. You know how ridiculous that is? Oh no. There you go. If you ride that curb, it just is going to, 99% of the time, is going to throw you into the gravel. Because that is how that curb works. So you just shouldn't touch it. But obviously, you're trying to carry as much speed as possible through the corner. It's very easy to touch it. It's not just straightforward to avoid it. But it's very dangerous. Honestly, a lot of the curbs are really dangerous at Spa. And also, there is not really... It's a very, like, old-school track. There's not often a lot of runoff. So, you can't, like, just invalidate the lap time and take it on the chin and get away with it, you know? It's not going to work like that. More often than not, if you invalidate your lap time at Spa, you've also just gone into the gravel. Slow. I might actually bump the wings, the front wing back up to 10, at least for qualifying. But I think it's worth getting used to how the car feels around here with very little wings, because the thing is, you put the wing higher, right? It makes you faster over a 1 lap distance. But you're going to be a sitting duck on the straights, where, let's not forget, DRS is a factor in Formula 1, and you're going to be a sitting duck with the, you know, in comparison to the cars around you. So it's not just about being quickest over 1 lap. And the weird thing is, you would think that, like, oh, well, you know, make me just consistently fast during the race. It doesn't work like that. You need to be able to overtake and defend against the overtakes on the straight, and to do that you actually have to make the car much more there's no point in me talking because I can't drive and talk. To do that, you have to make the car much more complicated to control. Right, let's try and do a good lap. Ugh. It's like, you get the turning point wrong, look at that. What fucking speed am I even going? Like, I was only going 50 miles an hour, but you still can't turn like that. Oof. Wheel spin, man. Cool. Cool. I now have forgotten how to drive the track. Cool. Lots of trust need around that corner. Yeah, well, I just need to do a couple of actual laps here because this has been pretty bad. I always seem to be slightly early on that DRS activation, because I always miss it slightly. It annoys me. See, with these low wings, I'm gaining a little bit of time on the straight, but not really anything to speak of. But the point is, during the race... There we go, cool. During the race, I'm going to be gaining on the cars around me. And that's actually the point. It's nothing to do with lap time. If races were won on lap time, you know, it'd be less interesting. Or you'd be a rally driver for a start. Yeah, I can't swing this together right now. Too wide. Overall, though, this is a much better lap time. Like a 142.3. Fair enough. Better through La Source. Hard to get that right. You know what I have done as well? I lowered the front ride height. And I think it might be causing a slight problem in the bus stop. Like I might need to put it up a click. I'll have a think about that. Oh, come on. It's hard to always tell. It feels like it might be a slight problem. So bad. Sign that. I mean, probably got time for 2 or 3 more laps, that's it. Too early again, man. Ugh. Oh, it's a nightmare. If you go too early on the brake, you just, like, the whole turn-in is screwed, and that sector to me is, like, maybe the most important in the whole lap. Because I know it doesn't lead to a big, long straight or whatever, but, like, the thing is, on the straights, you've actually got ways in an F1 car to mitigate having a bad straight, you know? You've got the battery, and if you're battling properly and you've got DRS, and, you know? Like, you can make the straights work anyway by sacrificing a different resource. Whether that resource is, you know, track position or battery charge, whatever, you can make the straights work. But... oh, way better. Wide. Tight. I mean, these lap times are still fine. It's just... I guess I was hoping it might be a bit better. It might be a bit better by now. I think I can actually go faster than my personal best, but the other problem, of course, with Spa is that it's an incredibly long lap, and there's many more places to screw it up than... Well, you can I thought you were going to invalidate the next lap as well. That's fine. There's many more places to screw it up. It was risky, but worth it. Good line. There you go. We're into the 141s. Into the top 10,000 in the world as well, apparently. Which I wonder how many names are actually on that leaderboard, you know? I'm in the top 10,000 right now. And I'm pretty sure I've seen the world record is like a 140 point something. So how many fucking names are on it, you know? Think about that. In fact, let's have a look at that, because I don't need to practice that anymore. That's fine. That'll do. So check this out. Imagine Spa in reverse. Is Spa going to be in reverse? So on the new F125, Japai, I don't know if you've seen it. I don't know if you care. I don't really care. It just got recommended to me on YouTube. On the new F125, they're putting 3 reverse tracks in. I don't think Spa is one of them off the top of my head. I think it's Silverstone. Oh, it might be Zandvoort and Austria, I think. And you can actually race them in reverse, and they've like coded it correctly so that you can pit and stuff whilst you are racing in reverse and all that jazz. Spa in reverse would be pretty nuts. But anyway, here's the point. Well, actually, the fastest time is maybe quicker than I thought. But this is how tight it is in F1, right? Danny Berezne currently has... I mean, I assume the world record. I don't know if there's another way to work out what the world fucking record is on F124. He has a 139 let's say a 139.9, because that's basically what it is. I've got more or less a 142. So it's like 2 seconds of difference, right? And that's 9,610 places on the leaderboard that separate us with 2 seconds. So in that 2-second gap, there's over 9,600 people with a lap time. It's all about the minutiae, you know? When is 25 released? Can't really remember. I think it's pretty soon, though. Like, summertime, I think. Anyway, there's my invite. There's my fucking invite. What's the F1 World car? Oh, I don't know. Oh, sorry, I'm already out. Don't think I can see it from here. I don't know. Are they using F1 World cars? Is that like the meta in time trial? I don't know. I like you when I'm practicing for the league race. I just like using the car that I have, and for this season, that is the V carb, just because it's not like it's certainly not a loyalty thing, because I don't care about V carb or anything. But the sound of the engine, right? You get used to what the engine sounds like when it wants to shift up and stuff. So it's actually like useful, I think, to practice in the car that you're driving. There's CSR. Wolf teammate is in, and he's taking the role of Yuki Tsunoda. So we will be everybody's favorite honey badger, Daniel Ricciardo. Okay, people are joining the lobby. So shall I give you a rundown on like where things are at in the championship? This is the penultimate race of the season, I might add. We are very nearly complete. Why is it in front of my face, man? How did I do that? Can we check with Chewie? I mean, you can just before the race starts if you want, but I was just going to run through the standings. But yeah, maybe Japai, because you can upgrade the F1 World Car, can't you? And so maybe there's something in that. But also, those are the esports guys, so I don't know. I don't know what they do. I have a co-op season going at the Mo, and we're up to Monaco. It was sunny all weekend, then Sunday it decides to piss it down. Nice one. I hate Monaco, man. I hate Monaco. I love Monaco. Okay, I have an unyielding passion for Monaco, but I also hate it. It's just so. The thing is, though, Japai, do you play it like this? When I play career mode, I've told the guys in the chat before. I play it cockpit cam, no hood. No HUD, no heads-up display. I only use... I have to rely on my engineer to tell me what's going on. And I have simulation damage and all the assists off and tire temperatures, core and surface affect it. And all that shit just going on. I just can't do Monaco, man. What? It's like, once you've turned everything on like that to put the game into ultimate hard simulation mode, you can't do Monaco. I don't think any of the drivers actually drive around Monaco. What pure gamer you are? No, it's not about that. It's just, I just find it more fun. I just find it more fun, Bo. It's like immersive or something. I have assists off, but hood on. Yeah, hood was like maybe one of the last things that I switched off, but I did eventually. Not easy though, is it? Do you play with a wheel, Japai, or do you play on controller? I have to say, I say it to the chat all the time that the PS5 controller is really, really good for this because of the adaptive triggers and stuff. It's not. It causes me a huge problem when my controller disconnects and I lose responsiveness in the adaptive triggers, which does happen from time to time. It basically ruins my race because you are essentially feeling the, you're feeling where the grip is through the controller really, really accurately. Also, because of the way that the rumbles work on a PS5 controller, it's got way more sensors and outputs now, hasn't it? It's not just like rumbling the sticks; it's kind of rumbling all the way throughout the controller with all the little things. And you can, it's hard to explain until you've got it in your hand and you're doing it, but you can actually really feel it. I'm sure it's not as good a feeling as a wheel and all the rest of that. I understand that, but you can actually feel it really, really well on a PS5 controller. The hood is actually a waste of time, to be honest, especially on F124. It can be. It's yeah. I'll tell you what it's useful for though. It's useful for flags and stuff. safety cars. I'm not gonna lie to you, that shit catch me out all the time. Because if you turn the hood off, you don't get any of that. And mirrors. In fact, you'll notice when I'm racing, I've shifted my mirror around so that it's a little bit closer and a little bit easier to see. Wheel has essentially haptic in a way force feedback. Yes, exactly. And I think force feedback is superior. But it is the feeling that you do get on a PS5 controller is very, very good. Chances of a podium today? I don't know, man. Just don't think I'm that quick. If you look down this list, in time trial, at least, TXT and Blitz are both faster than me. I don't think I know what Speedy Bullet, Daniel, and Invictus's times are, actually. I don't know. But they're probably fucking fast. Sure, there's always a chance of a podium, Zentar. Yeah, there's always a chance, but I don't know if it's a very good one. I love Spa. Spa might be my favorite F1 track. Like, it's really, really up there as a really fun track for me. Exciting to drive, really long, technical, more technical than people think, because it's, you know, there's so much of the track is flat out. It's deceptively technical. So I love it, but I just don't know if I'm very fast there. Are all the cars equal? Yes. Thank you for answering, Mr. Bojangles. They are, Chapai. Just because, because we're not trying to like replicate an F1 season. We're trying to see who's the fastest driver, right? But in order to play the F1 game, you have to assign everybody a car. But yeah, the cars are all equal. But basically, you can see it on the points there, right? That I'm only, I'm 10 points behind Speedy. I'm 12 points behind Daniel. In this league as well, the point system does work differently. You get 25 points for a win. I think it's 20 points for second, 16 for third. And then I think it goes to like 13, 11, 10, 9, all the way down to 15th. So you get points all the way to 15th, but 15th only gets 1 point. And at this stage of the season, in amongst the pack here, with the top 5, which is kind of the top 6, because Blitz joined late, and Blitz is incredibly fast. So it's kind of the top 6. Then 15th is worth absolutely nothing. So we've got to be up and challenging near the top, at least. One thing that I haven't practiced at Spa is battery management. But what I'm thinking is, for the most part, I should just be able to stick it in hot lap most of the way around, because you can burn a lot of battery on what's that straight called? Blanchimont, going up into the bus stop. You can probably just burn a load of battery there and just get the time. So probably just don't stress about it too much. Anyway. There should be some commentary, so I will try and find that for you, because you guys know what it's like. Those of you who are maybe not here all the time, maybe don't know what it's like, but while I'm racing, for the sake of the other drivers also, I'm not going to be doing much talking, but there will be a commentary stream. I can't change battery modes while driving. It messes with my head and I crash. Yeah, I try sometime. I think actually last week at Abu Dhabi, I was doing it perhaps more than usual, but you just have to be in Harry Maguire will win the Ballon d'Or, by the way. I will act Skynet in just the way you have said. Yeah, it's really hard, Japai, and I don't really do it very much. I do the overtake thing, right? I don't really change the battery mode. When I'm qualifying, I'm in hot lap, and I activate overtake when I'm sort of exiting a corner or something, and just try and drain the battery to 0 over the course of a lap, right? That's the idea. That's the goal. But you always want to keep it like above 20 as well when you're on a straight, so that you're not actually losing power. But But yeah, I'm not you'll see, I'm not really messing with it like a great deal. And then in the race, I just tend to keep it on medium, but still, I will use the overtake when I feel like it's relevant and available. And sometimes you have to do it for an actual overtake, especially in this league. Right. You want to go watch commentary? My stream is going to stay live, but Arbon is doing commentary tonight. So, if you're feeling a little bored here, because I'm not doing very much talking, you can always go and watch the race there. Might be slightly more interesting. But you can also hang out here. Just don't be expecting me to respond to you very much. Right, everything looks dry. Everything looks dry. So for now, I think I'll keep it on the 5 wing. And we'll just roll with it. And we'll just try and put a bit of a banker in.
We're ready to go.
There goes an Aston Martin. Is that Invictus? Hey Reese, how you doing? Streamers are supposed to be good at talking and playing. That is true. But I am not good at that. Well, not at this game. The other thing is though, Japai, the way that I try to justify it to people all the time is like, you know, everybody else has kind of, you know, they've given up their Friday nights, right, to race in the league and stuff. And if I ended up in a situation where I like crashed into somebody and ruined their race because I was too busy talking to chat, that would feel really awful, actually. It would feel ridiculous. So that's partly the reason. It's not just because I want to be the best, because I'm actually not the best in this league, and I'm not going to win the championship. So I'm not really like stressing about it to that level, but I just don't want to like hit anybody through something stupid. I was going to say it's just fun, but that sounds serious. Well, yeah, it is just fun, but it is also serious, isn't it? I mean, it does also mean something. See, these guys behind me, they let me overtake. But they're probably, like, burning battery on the outlap or something. You know what I didn't set was fuel load. Look at that fuel, man. We're gonna have 3 fucking laps left. 2 laps. It's really bad. That's right though. It's just a banker. It's just a banker. I don't even know if it's been very good. That was not good. It's fastest so far, but it won't stay like that. There's only about 3 people put a lap in. Think you can use more of the track in some places? I'm fucking sure I can, Mr. Bojangles, yeah. That was not a great lap anyway. Sometimes talking something serious. I don't know what you're saying there. Best way to have fun with it? Yeah, I know. But I guess what I'm saying is I'm not as concerned with having fun with it as I am not ruining other people's race, you know?
Okay, just 2 laps of fuel remaining now.
There you go. Well, I've already dropped down to P3. I'm currently faster than Brewdog, which, you know, is a real life thing. Brewdog's not a slouch. You mean to disagree? No, I don't think you are disagreeing. What are you talking about? Also, I can't see out of all my mirrors. You're right about that. Should have practiced pit exit and entry here, by the way. I don't know what the fuck's going on with it. But the thing is, I can go much faster. Look at that fuel. I got 1.42 laps of fuel left. By the time I finish my in lap. So you don't even really need it on the in lap, but for the next one, I will try and make sure I've got it for the in lap, just so that we can get around in time to definitely set the final lap. We don't want to be in low fuel mode halfway around the in lap, because then we might end up only getting to set 2 laps, which would be bad. Try hugging the wall after T1 before you go up the hill. In iRacing and IRL, there's some drafting in the tunnel, that spot next to the wall for some reason. Yeah, I don't think it works like that in F1, but fair enough. You know what I'm also going to do? I'm also going to do the thing I was considering. I'll put it up to 8 on the front for this next lap. That's what I'll do.
All set, we're ready to go.
Being further right on entry helps you Eau Rouge. Yeah, Eau Rouge is like really not much of a problem though. The only problem with Eau Rouge is invalidating, you know? Like, I'm not really worried about the ability to carry speed through there. I think that's relatively straightforward, but it's quite easy to run off the track and just, you know, make the lap time won't count. And given how long a lap is at Spa and all that, you don't have a chance to really recover from that here. So it's just about how much risk you want to take. In Eau Rouge, to be honest. Let's see though, like I said, I changed the setup only slightly. I just put a few more clicks on the wing because there's no parc ferme in this league, so you can mess with it in qualifying, you can bring it back, whoa, during the race and all kinds of stuff. So let's just try it out. I'm obviously going to lose time on the straights but, you know, should, in theory, be gaining it through the twisty sections, and should, in theory, because I've not put loads of wing on, should, in theory, be faster over the course of one lap. So, we'll see. So, piss spar is now every other year. Yeah, it's really bad, man. It's really bad.
We've only got 2 laps of fuel left.
Yeah, whatever, Mark. Alright, that invalidated immediately. Now, the question is, if I just take this car around the track... the tyres will still be mostly okay. Maybe it's... Oh, but I won't have fuel. So I have to bring it in. I won't have fuel, so I have to bring it in. Alright then, let's just turn the engine up again. Like, I could go again, but then I'll be in low fuel mode for the entire in-lap. I guess I could try and save fuel on this lap. But it's not going to matter. You know what I think that was as well? I think that was the change of the wing. Because I turned in much more than I was expecting to turn in. Well, I also lost the rear, didn't I? But even then, it was like catching the slide was different. Because I did mention this to you earlier, Bo, and it's true. You can slide through La Source and still carry a lot of speed. So do I just put the wings back down again? That just makes me think there's more speed if you don't slide. No, I think I agree. But it's almost like, yeah, it's harder though. I guess that's the point. In a lot of circuits, to carry the speed through the slide, right? And through most of Spa also, on most of the corners. To carry the speed through the slide is really hard. But actually to carry the speed through turn 1 at Spa is not as complicated as it might otherwise be. I think that's really the point I'm making. I do agree with you, though. Yeah, I'm going to put the wings back down. Fuck it. And then I guess I'll wait a little bit now. For the track to really... You know what I mean? Wear in a little bit.
17th in the speed trap, 185.5 miles per hour.
We can have a look how some other people are taking it if you want. See if we find someone fast out on track. I mean, Daniel. This is... Maybe this was a legit lap, but he invalidated. I don't know what this is. My view, I think a later turn in... Listen, I appreciate it, Bo. I really do. But I don't think I can... I think if I try and adjust my driving style around Spa now with 5 minutes to go until... Well, 10 minutes to go until the race, I just think it's probably a recipe for disaster. But you're probably right. No, please don't apologize. I'm not saying that you shouldn't comment. I'm just so that you don't think I'm being rude, I'm explaining why I probably will not take your advice on, you know. Is this fast? I have no idea. Here's our teammate, by the way. Oh, just set a lap, maybe. I was very, very stabby on the brakes. It's not bad. Not a bad lap time. Mine's already down in P8, by the way, which is pretty rough. What do we do here? I don't think we overfuel or anything. I think, actually, we probably wait a little bit longer and just fucking underfuel it and bollocks to it. I remember getting advice when I used to race. It wasn't always my favorite thing. No, I appreciate the advice. I just, you know, I'm not likely to follow it, so I don't want you to feel like you're watching for me following it, and then that won't happen. Brewdog has opted for an outlap already. Blitz. It's an in-lap. Get out there before Blitz. No, because the way I've just done the fuel, I need to actually try... Yeah, we should be good now, though.
Okay, when you're ready, let's go.
Not sure what the track's going to be like on exit. I don't know if there's a lot of people around. Somebody has just rounded La Source. Oh wait, they're already ahead of me. Burn that fuel, man. We're not going to need it where we're going. I don't want to get stuck behind this guy.
One minute to go.
I also don't want to give Daniel the slipstream. So fucking slow, man.
Right, we're right on the cusp now. We've been pushed down to P11.
Alright, P7. Not very fast though. Not very fast. We're going to have to focus on the fact that we think we've built the car for, you know, race pace. Look at the Alpines absolutely fucking flying. I'm down to P8 already. I don't think Flanders is going to go any faster. It's like, I don't know what's going on there, to be honest. Low fuel mode. P8, it's not great. I mean, Blitz is super close to me, though. Look at that. So bad. Wait, Reese, what happened? Did you not connect? Yeah, I don't know about this P8. The thing is, at least I'm ahead of Daniel. Right now, I'm in a battle in the championship with Daniel and Speedy Bullet, and I know that Speedy missed last week, unfortunately, because I think his granddad had passed away, which is really sad. And I think maybe Speedy is not here again this week. In fact, yeah, that must be true, because he's usually in an Alpine. Look at that gap to pole, by the way. Metric was 9 thousandths of a second away from Invictus. Crazy stuff. 2030 is when we will be readying up, which is in around about 4 minutes from now. I'm keeping my setup the way it is. It, you know, it makes me slippery in a straight line, and overall, I think that's where the money's going to be. Maybe, you know, that could be a mistake. So just have to wait and see. The other thing is, because I'm a little bit down the order, we know what can happen. Chaos can happen. I needed to qualify better than that, really. It was that the fucking hell. I lost so much time on turn 1. It's unreal. I think I was making time back throughout the entire rest of the lap, but I lost so much time on turn 1. Oh yeah. Actually know what I want my strategy to be. Hey, Borky, how you doing? I am going to... Here's the thing. I'm going to start on the mediums. And propose that I go to the hards. But to tell you the truth, if I could get the mediums to, like, there, or even there, right? Lap 13. Then I reckon the softs will do, like, 7 or 8. Now, that might be a bit insane. I think if you were doing medium hard... Also, Borky, I'm about 2 minutes away from the race, so I'm just forewarning you in advance that I'm unlikely to be very talkative when the race is on, but commentary is available if you would like to watch it. !com should take you to the place. Thanks for all of this on you mate today. Yeah, no problem, Borky. Right, let me just see. I think, all right, so we're saying that the mediums can probably go 12 laps. 12 to... No, wait. No. We're not saying that. We're saying that they can go maybe 8 to 10, which seems about right. So for now, I'll log it at 9. Are we going to burn fuel around Spa? Yeah, probably. Although, you know, I'm keeping in high gears all the time. I'm not going to overfuel too much. Because I always regret that when I do, but I feel like you would regret it more if you fucking ran out of fuel. Really. You'd regret that more, wouldn't you? So yeah, I'm going to do the mediums. Right now, we're saying lap 9. If I think that I can take them 13 laps, whoa, then we'll just have a look at it during the race. I'll consider the softs, if I think that's realistic. Hey, good luck to you too, Reese. I'm really in the pack for this one, so... But like I say, I do love Spa. I think it's a great racing track. I did say that I didn't think I'm very fast here, and that seems to be true for the most part. But I think I'm going to enjoy it anyway. All right. You have some soft runners, which is interesting. Very interesting. TXT? No, I was going to say he's not behind me on the grid. He's just behind me in whatever that list is.
Okay, the start was fine. Let's try and move forward.
Not sure what the fuck all of that nonsense was. Whoa, big crash.
DRS now enabled. DRS enabled. Might experience some understeer now that you're in the wake of the car ahead. Try to get past as soon as possible.
Come on, Squatter, get out of the way, man.
Brilliant, nice move. Keep going. Okay, clear. Okay, so we're leading our teammate by 2.3 seconds.
I need to regain some battery now. But that whole little sequence was pretty good. Thought about it, backed out of it.
Green flag. Nice work, mate. That brings you up a place. We're approaching the pit window now, and you're going to be on hards next time.
I think I can maybe do softs.
Good pace. You're catching the car in front by about a second a lap. Okay, clear.
Is that my fault? I think he's out, man. I don't know what happened, though. I didn't feel any contact. Did I push him off?
Okay, we're boxing this lap. Give us the best in lap you can. Let's use overtake and burn off some of this energy. remember, box this lap. Keep an eye on your distance to the speed limit line as you approach and make sure you don't speed. Caution, caution. Someone's come off ahead of you. There's a yellow flag ahead. Okay, be aware, the grip levels are going to start falling away soon.
It was maybe an aggressive move though, Bo. It's not about whether I touched him. Did I force him off track is really what I'm asking.
Gap to your teammate behind, 6.4 seconds. Yellow flag. Okay, be aware there's an incident in the next part of the track. No overtaking through the yellow flags. Pitting this lap then. Come into the pits at the end of this lap. Right, let's have you in at the end of this lap, please. Okay, we've been given a time penalty. It will go against our finishing time at the end of the race. Get your head down and let's get it done.
That's infuriating. I'm busy trying to set up the fucking pit stop, man. That's probably just ruined everything, though. How annoying. Maybe there's one earlier on I can get removed. I don't know. So unbelievably stupid of me.
Go! Perfect job on the turn in there, mate. Looks like a nice stop time. We're happy with that one. That was our last stop. No more scheduled pit stops. Let's go. Okay, good work. Great pass. Okay, so all of our tyre pressure data is currently reading 0. Assuming they still look inflated to you, we're going to guess that it's just a bad sensor. Shouldn't be anything to worry about. Okay, so gap to the car ahead, 6.2 seconds.
Okay.
Okay, keep an eye on that gap ahead, please. 8.5 seconds. Starting to catch the car in front, but we need to look after the tyres. We won't be making another pit stop.
Shouldn't really have all this time penalty stuff to deal with. I'm an idiot for that. Because this gap now is actually significant.
Final lap, push, push.
Now I can't get the penalty removed. Because I was number 4. Well, very unlikely. I don't know if you noticed, Bo, but this entire final lap, I put the engine up into hot lap, well, the battery. So, I did save some before that. Oh, I'll take it. Yeah, it did make a difference. Gives you that extra power, acceleration, and man, the strategy works out. Good to know the pens don't make a huge difference. Yeah, I mean, not really. You know, if you can manage it properly. I did have to think about it though. The penalty was not nothing. I had to consider it. The traffic year after pitching was the big factor. Yeah, probably. And it was a risk changing up my strategy like that. But I think, personally, it paid off. I don't think I was ever going to seriously be challenging Invictus and TXT today. GoBooks is apparently really fucking fast, it turns out. And, you know, P4 feels great with a time penalty. Strategy worked out, right? It was risky. It was risky, but it worked out. Nobody else thought they could do the softs today. And I just looked at it. You know, the tire wear was not that ridiculous. When did I pit? Lap 13 or 14? And I had about 50% wear on my mediums. So, like, that's pretty good then to... But you have to... The thing is, you can't know that by lap 14, right? You have to see that coming by, like, lap 8 or 9, you know, to change your mind about it. Were there any moments tonight? I don't really know. Don't know. Were they saying, was anyone watching the qualifying? Were they saying anything good? Lap 8? Yeah, I kind of want to go back and watch some of this. I was about to look at the race director, but I'm pretty sure with 4 warnings, I would have had one. You know, like, I don't think I had 2 that wouldn't stand. And the only reason I was thinking about that is if somebody reports me for something, which I don't think they can. I suppose it depends, like you say, what the Mercedes driver thinks. Anyway, let's have a look at that. Let's have a look at that. Anyway, right. Come out of this. I do want to see that thing again on lap 8, though. I do want to see it. Actually. TXT is thinking he's lost the championship. TXT is...
3.6.
I'll put it up to 8. Think you can use more of the track... Right, we don't need to... Oh, hold on. We don't need to see qualifying. Lost so much. Start was okay, wasn't it? I'll tell you what, though. Was it Brewdog? You have some soft. Who was around me? I think he was fucking slamming that battery, man. Check out
Very
Brewdog's
interesting.
straight line speed on the start.
TXT? No, I was going to say, he's not behind me on the grid. He's just behind me in whatever that list is.
So Brewdog's up there in P5 now, right? He's under threat from Master Chief, though, who goes... Wow, that's crazy by the Mercedes. That's crazy by the Mercedes. Yeah, I had not yet turned my battery up. Look at that. I had to get out of Brewdog's way. Flanders, to be fair, took the outside line, but he had the soft tyres on, so he's got better grip. That, I mean, that's on Blitz, you know? It's on Blitz. Teammates coming together. Big problems.
Sure what the fuck all of that nonsense was.
I did that a few times, you know. I ran my tyre across the grass, and I'm going to be brutally honest, it was like kind of intentional, because it's very easy to run wide on Puon. And I didn't want to do that, because then I would get an invalidation. That's why all the racetrack is there, to use it all. And in the end, I got fucking time penalties anyway. Lawnmower iRacing strats? No. No, because it has nothing to do with my tyres. And actually, it probably fucked my tyres.
Oh, big crash.
Oh, what happened there, by the way? It probably fucked my tyres a little bit too much. Check this out. So, is it Master Chief? Something's happening. It's like way up there. Metric. And I guess Braden?
Whoa, big crash.
No. Wait, I don't know then. Metric and who? Oh, this is just a fucking... I thought this was a car. This is just a board.
Whoa, big crash.
Oh, so just Metric. Ah. Okay. That. Open up the battery. Brewdog, to be fair, slightly cedes the position. I did stay wide there, though, because I knew he was up on the inside. But just had the better grip. Did you win third? No, I came fourth. Not sure. But it was, Mr. Bojangles will tell you, it was incredibly hard fought and well worked fourth, with a bit of a different strategy to the rest of the field, which made it work. The lap 8 thing, you get him on the first corner and then you cut him off safely, it looks like. Then he goes off. Yeah, I'll have to see it back, because I was very close to him. But the thing is, right, here's the thing. It's a bit of a crazy place to try the overtake. I understand that. But that's not, like, against the rules, right? Going for an overtake at a corner where you shouldn't maybe really go for an overtake, because it's actually going to cost you time by doing it, that's not against the rules. Like, I chose to do that because, and I think the reason I chose to do it is because I also knew that I had the pace to be ahead of him, so I needed to clear him at some point, and I wasn't interested in DRS trading for 3 laps to allow that to happen. So I did go for an audacious move, but I think I also kept it legal whilst being audacious. Oh, actually, I think it was Master Chief, right? So he's just put something in the Discord. Got overtaken by an RB on the outside on the first straight. I had no grip and flew in the barrier.
So I think that seems like his take. Is this a Cerebral Sunday conversation now? No. No, it's not that. I'll tell you what, Braden was fast around here. This little, like, cluster of cars... Well, to be honest, the whole field's still together, really, isn't it? Apart from... I think it's a Williams, or it's an Alpine all the way at the back. You can see it on the minimap just about. Just going over Eau Rouge now. Or into Eau Rouge, over Radion. Isn't that how you're supposed to say it? Whoa, look at Master Chief and Go, but... This was like a silly move. It's a silly move. But I've got the inside line. He put a wheel on the gravel. Sometimes you gotta, like, you know, you want the track position. And I did genuinely think I was faster. So, like, sometimes you gotta go for that. I'm sure it was lap 8, but whoa, whoa.
Okay, clear.
He's honestly not sure. Are you still a Mercedes fan? Because these Mercedes were a bit fucking nuts this race. Can't lie to you. Well, this was great because whatever just happened at the bus stop, look how much it's held up everybody else. But the problem is, you know, I didn't take that corner very well there. I don't have a lot of battery left. I'm pretty sure they caught
some battery now.
Yeah, see, I just said we need to regain some battery.
That whole little sequence was pretty good.
I'm a fan. Even a fantastic car can have a shit driver. That's true. That corner's so... I can't believe I survived that, to be honest, going on the curb there. Glad I wasn't the only one that thought the Mercs were nuts. Yeah, hello, Daniel. Yeah, the Mercs were fucking nuts, man. I've just been watching, like... Every incident so far has involved the Mercedes, it feels like. Apart from... What the fuck happened to Metric? I was trying to get a handle on that, and we were all coming through... Is it Blanchimont? And, man, Metric was in the wall. Along with a board or something. Something bad had happened. I was in this fight for the whole race. Look, I don't think I got the strategy wrong though, because I think I was always going to be slower than these guys. Not Master Chief, because honestly, Master Chief must have been praying to the correct god, because I don't know how he's up in third, to be honest, at this point. But I don't think... I was never going to actually be finishing near TXT and Invictus. So I think I got the strategy right to, you know, do what I needed to do. They came to see how many points they could use one race. Oh, like how many penalty points? Yeah. I just came to see your send on me, end of Sector 2, you madman. Was it? wait, when did that happen? Is that post softs? I'll tell you what, Daniel, we'll go to that. I want to check out something that happened on lap 8. All right, check this out. So I was a bit worried on lap 8, and then I'll go immediately to that, Daniel. We'll have a look at it. But this on lap 8, I was worried that I'd done something wrong to Master Chief here. But also, judging by his chats in the Discord, and from what Bo's telling me, I don't think that is true. But this was intense. I had him for straight line speed, it seems like. Well, I suppose he's not got the slipstream in front, so I just thought, fuck it, let's fucking go for it. Now, that is audacious, but... No, you're right, Bo. He loses it. It's because just as I round the corner, right? As I round the corner, all I'm looking at is, like, my rear view mirror, right? And so... I'm ahead here. Carrying the speed fine. And then it just seems like... But I didn't even really slow him down. He just caught the curb and fucked it. He's just caught the curb and fucked it.
Okay, clear.
Yeah. I feel bad for him, don't get me wrong. Is that my fault? But see, I was worried. I was like, did I do something there? Because it felt like I didn't, but I wanted to be clear. You might have freaked him out. Yeah, I think I probably did freak him out. Well, it was a freaky fucking move. Daniel, have you petitioned a penalty against Kelston? I'll go sign whatever you write. Okay. All right, Daniel, well, let's have a look. Let's have a look. So was it around here? I'm behind you right now. You guys are fast in front. But I have fitted the soft tyres like an absolute lunatic. Right, let's scooch this on a little bit. Here we go. Kelston cheat. I can't remember when it was. It's probably after this, isn't it? Because you got me back at one point. I'm pretty sure I overtook you at one point. You got me back. Honestly, it was great racing, Daniel. I loved it, man. Our time together on track, it was fleeting, but it was exciting. Yeah, so look at that. I am pressing that fucking battery there because I don't want to be stuck behind a Ferrari with a 6-second time penalty and medium tyres on. No offense, Daniel, but I didn't want to be doing that. So I fucking opened up that battery like a motherfucker. Daniel probably brakes better than me, to be honest with you, and he's already back in range. Got nothing left in the tank. Think about a little switchback. Oh, the Haas hits the wall. I didn't do that. The Haas just hit the wall. I don't know why the Haas hit the wall. Actually made my switchback a little bit harder to pull off. Yeah, it was pretty rad, you're right. Here we go. Yeah, so Daniel gets me back on the straight there because now I've got no battery, no DRS. Braden at least understands. Stays behind. Daniel, though, absolute racer. He knows what he wants. And his track position. Tells him to see that Danny is a real competitor. Listen, I know that. Me and Daniel, actually, going into the final race. I'm not sure if I've overtaken you now in the standings after that race, Daniel, but it is going to be close, let me tell you, going into Silverstone. Was it this you're talking about? I mean, no, that was just silly by me. That was probably silly. Well, fair play. Hear me, baby, hold together. Everybody kept the car alive. Whoa. Whoa, we're thinking... my tyres are so good right now, though. We're thinking about it. We're thinking about it all the time. I realised after this whole fight, I was running non-ERS. Wow. That's pretty crazy. You were overtaking, though, right? Sometimes. Okay, look at that. No, it's not worth it. 3 wide, Kelston. Forget about it. Daniel hits the Mercedes. That was a through goes Hamilton moment. Okay, here we go. Side by side, Eau Rouge. Wait, Daniel, is that where I got you then? Because now I remember here I had the DRS. I didn't even know why I had it, but I did have it. Would always recharge at the end of the long straight. Forgot to put it back to medium. Damn. I think maybe they'll just get the move done there. Mercedes are works of art. Listen, not sure. These Mercedes were crazy. They were actually crazy. Was that so? Have we witnessed the send already? Because I'm pretty sure I just stay ahead now, don't I? I'm pretty sure that's it for this battle. Unless I'm wrong. Yeah, there's like no way. So was it just like... I don't know. Must have been post pit stop, right? See if I can find it. I'm sure it was at the end of Sector 2. Might have been when you were on mediums. Oh, okay. I qualified ahead of you.
No.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. Here we go. YouTube's broken.
Nice move. Let's use overtake.
Must have just been that one send, Daniel. I don't know.
Gap to your teammate behind. 6.
Although you're close to me right now. Do you get me on the straight here? Surprised soft medium did that well for you. Yeah, it was audacious. I don't think you will get me on this straight here. I mean, that's nearly 9/10. Yeah.
Thanks.
Must have just been that later one then. So unbelievably stupid of me.
Okay, go, go, go. Perfect.
Whoa, thought about it, thought about it. Yeah, it must have just been that last one, man. I don't know. Oh, it was something. You know what I'm saying? It was something. Anyway. What a great race. I enjoyed it a lot. What are we looking like? Has any incidents been reported yet? No? Look at Brewdog's message. It's been a running theme for me this week. Oh, okay. How are you doing? Do you enjoy it? Unfortunately, Chewy, my webcam is shit today, so this is not going to look good at all. But we can imagine, can't we, that I'm on the Falcon. Have you ever done Spa-Francorchamps in 1:42.3? Castle Run doesn't count. It's not the same thing. Good job coaching, Bo. Right. Yeah, Brewdog says, it's been a running theme for me this week. People are taking advantage of my respectful racing, diving into corners knowing I will give them all the space they need. That will end from now on, I'm afraid. It has to work both ways. There you go. That comes from Brewdog going into the final race of the season. All right, so check this out, Daniel. You finished 7th. I finished 4th. Okay? So let's see how many points that gets me and how many that gets you. 4th versus 7th is 13 versus 9. That's not enough for me to be ahead of you. So that's a 4-point gap. And the gap currently is 12. So I will be 8 points behind you. I think I will be 1-3-5 and you will be 1-4-3 going into the final race at Silverstone, which is pretty fucking exciting. Lap 17. Oh, really?
It's currently reading 0. Assuming they still look inflated.
Oh, is it just this?
I'm gonna guess that it's just a bad sensor. Shouldn't be anything.
I think maybe it's just that bit. I didn't even really get the move done there, though, to be honest.
Okay, so all of our tyre pressure.
You were being held up a little bit by Scorter, I think, because I think you had the better pace and traction coming out of there.
It's just a bad sensor. Shouldn't be anything to worry about.
Making it into there is mental. Could have ended us both. Yeah, it could have. It could have. And then I think, do I just get you on the straight here or? No, so what happens is I get the overtake done when you clatter into the Mercedes. Maybe though, maybe we spooked Daniel a little bit here as well, because it seems like Daniel was really going for that overtake. Also though, it's not just a case of me spooking him. Daniel's an intelligent guy and will know also that I'm on the softs right now and we'll have something of a grip advantage. So Daniel trying to put a Mercedes between us both is not bad at all, actually. But yeah, you're right. And then, okay, and then we get it done here. No side-by-side into Eau Rouge. That's good. That kept everybody alive. But yeah, you are right about this. Look at this, by the way. Lap 15, I'm still all that way back. Let's watch the whole thing play out up until that moment. And then I'm going, okay? What's the gap between us now? Like, right now, you're behind by slightly less than a second. That's where the Haas had a problem hitting the wall. I'm pretty sure you will be ahead of him by the time Eau Rouge comes around. And then I just had nothing here. To be honest, don't know why I was fucking burning the battery there. Oh, in the championship, I believe it will be 8 points going into the final race. So, first place is 25. Third is 16, so that'd do it, wouldn't it? But very unlikely I'm actually going to win the race. I think it's really tricky, actually, for me to get ahead of you in the championship. But it's still all to play for in that final race. It's going to be intense. Plus, it's Silverstone, which is pretty cool. Wish Matty was here so we could check with him on the audio. Yeah, game on, man. Yeah, this was not. Honestly, fair play to you though. Look at that, man. Did you get a warning for that? You shouldn't have, because the game does generally, when you're in like close proximity to other cars, it understands, right? But like, fair play to, by the way, I am not on battery here. I think you're just being held up by scores and I've got the better run. Technically, like I would have. What's that thing? You remember when Fernando Alonso went past? It went past. Was it Michael Schumacher in 130R? He said, "Yeah, I knew he was gonna lift because he had a family at home." This is like the version of that where Daniel is basically just, you know, asserting that he does not have a family at home. I was really slow on corner exit. Oh, he was really slow on corner exit and you weren't and had to brake. Yeah, it seems like that because you're so close to him now. And he takes his line's a bit too tight. You can see it. You can see it all happening in front. But this is not for you to like hold it around. It's just like fair play, man. For you to hold it around the outside there. Yeah, what a great race. And then this as well. Oof. Oof. Daniel positions the Ferrari well. Yeah. Anyway, I'm done here. Thanks everybody for chilling out, watching the race. I might go back and watch the commentary a little bit, see what Arbon made of all that noise. Anyway, quality of the races last 3 or 4 weeks has been upgraded. Oh yeah, it's been good fun. No, I agree. Been some good fun races. I'll be live again on Sunday, but we're not doing Cerebral Sunday, remember. We're going to do a little bit more Star Wars Outlaws. Actually, let me know if you're very interested in that. I still have the save
that we did from last week on Twitch, but I've also played on myself quite a bit, and I could just load up the save where I played on myself. I haven't really explored Tatooine very much at all, so we could maybe just like do that as a Twitch stream on Sunday. Anyway, Star Wars Outlaws on Sunday. XCOM 2, a Star Wars story, ought to be on Tuesday. Hopefully, I don't miss the commentary next week for the final race of the season. And then, of course, I'll be racing the final race of the season at Silverstone on Friday night. Everybody, I love you all a lot. Please be unspeakably, unthinkably, and even unreasonably kind to each other over the coming days. I'll see you sometime really soon. Good night.